Let me know.
Go ahead.
I need to assume the position now.
Yep.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Caleb Dennison, and I am really excited to share with you what I just saw at LG's private display here at the Mandalay Bay Hotel. I think we're going to have to start right away with the LG G3 OLED Evo. Now, this is a television that has already been rumored to include MLA technology, that is micro lens array technology, and I can confirm for you that indeed it does have that technology built in. It uses a special panel layer to take scattered light, or light that is normally scattered in all kinds of different directions, and focus it at the viewer. So it's basically reclaiming light that already exists and not letting it go to waste. LG says that the G3 OLED is up to 70% brighter than before. But I had to ask, 70% brighter than what? Well, what they're referring to is the B series OLED. So if you take a look at what has been sort of their entry-level OLED TV, it's 70% brighter than that. They did not quantify how much brighter it was than the G2 of the year prior. But the idea here is to get a brighter OLED. And I did a little number crunching, and that could mean anywhere from 1,500 to 2,000 nits if we're measuring from a 5% or a 10% window. What that will translate to in terms of actual viewing, that remains to be seen. That's the kind of thing that we're going to test for when we review these televisions. But I can tell you that I saw the TV, it was in its vivid mode. It was indeed quite vivid. The peak brightness on this TV is definitely going to be able to punch up there. But that's not all that makes the TV brighter, it's also processing. LG is touting its new Alpha 9 Gen 6 AI processor, which is going to decide where that brightness is used. With great power comes great responsibility. If we apply that to the panel having the power, the responsibility goes to the processor. Where do you put that brightness? Well, LG has broken down its screen area into about 20,000 different blocks. It can disambiguate between a face on the screen and a background. It's basically going to try and put that brightness where it matters most. Sounds good on paper, but how that actually translates, we'll get to see when we review the TV. As amazing as it is, I gotta move on from the G3. I wanna talk about the new M3 series. Now, I thought initially that LG was just breaking out the 97-inch OLED into its own series, the M3 series. Turns out that's not the case. The M3 is all new. There will be a 97, an 85, and a 77-inch version of the M3 series. What makes this TV very different is the wireless transmission box. This box that you see right here can do 4K 120 Hertz, I believe 3 times faster than Wi-Fi 6, so there will be no latency and there is no signal degradation for the video or the audio. When you're wall mounting, if you're going over a fireplace with this thing, you don't have to worry about the wire and cable management. Just stuff it in the box, up to 30 feet of range. Obviously, it's going to carry a premium for having that wireless transmission box. How much, we don't know. We don't learn about pricing and availability dates until a little bit later this year, but I'm actually really excited about that M3 series. Next up, we'll talk about the C3 OLED. And it would be really easy to just kind of gloss over the C3 OLED. I mean, the C series OLED is really LG's bread and butter OLED TV. What's new this year? Well, in addition to the WebOS improvements that they're folding into all of their TVs this year, the C3 is going to be up to 20% brighter than the C2 was. And that means that the average picture level is going to go up. So the peak brightness measurements for specular highlights isn't changing a whole lot, but the picture itself, the entire image is actually able to be elevated about 20% brighter than the C2. So what that means is that they are raising the average picture level. Your specular highlights aren't going to be any brighter than they were with the C2 OLED, but the entire image itself will be elevated. Again, they said 20% over the C2. So if you were to stack the two next to each other, you'd notice that the C3 was a little bit brighter. They are also going to integrate a new soundbar stand. Stand itself connects to the TV. It's not connected to the wall mount, so you can swivel the TV if you want to. Soundbar will swivel with it. Of course, this comes with a subwoofer in addition to that, and they're tying together the soundbar sound and the TV speaker sound. So in concert, The wow is what they call it. We'll hear the sound coming from the soundbar being unified with the sound that comes from the TV for a bigger sound experience. There will be no latency, as I understand. There's not going to be any delay or echo like we've heard of before. I'm really interested to see how the C3 is going to be priced this year. It looks like that LG is kind of expanding their line. We saw some other TVs there, like the Pose. This is a lifestyle TV that has an OLED panel built into it. So you don't have to go lifestyle and sacrifice picture quality, or go for picture quality and sacrifice lifestyle aspect. We also saw an absolutely insane 49-inch ultra-wide gaming monitor built off OLED. No doubt, we're going to want to see the G3 stacked up next to a QD-OLED. I think the differences are going to be a lot tighter than we expect them to, and at the end of the day, I don't know that brightness is really what it's going to be about. I think it's going to be about processing, because if the panels can both reach the same basic brightness levels, then it's the processing that's going to make the big difference. Anyway, LG, nice showing here at CES. Time to get on to the next one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Done.